Hey everyone, Known here. Today I'm going to show you all the new New Year's Eve items, I guess. These are all pretty nice items, I must say. They're all in the UC shop for 150, 50, 50, and then 20. The new Firework Pile is a comeback, so it was an item back in 2015, and all it does is, well, if you hold it, you can click on it and it will do that, I guess. That's all it really does. It just, you get fireworks that are very punny and they don't do much. That's that. Confetti particle, yeah, that was what I was gonna say. Confetti particle, yeah.
Illuminati confirmed.
It does that, I guess, for some reason, even though it's not. So I'm guessing it came from the Illuminati particle. This Illuminati particle, it has the same thing as this one. Anyways, these two things, these are the big boys, I should say. Well, they're not really that big, but at least they do something at least. So this thing, the New Year's City, it does, I'm pretty sure, 65 times upgrade, which is pretty good if you're like in your 20, like under 100 lives. It's decent unless you have like dark magic or something. Well, it's almost the exact same as dark magic, so yeah. And this one has a moving object ball like over there. I'll show that later actually. But anyways, you can get yourself some of these unique New Year's conveyors too. They are kind of in the same design as the New Year's City, so let's put down like a ninja down in mind. So once it's on there, these conveyors are quite fast. They're not as fast as something like a festive conveyor or like the final conveyor. So if you get like a final, or I mean ultimate, and place these down, you can see the ore accelerates a lot faster than something like, I don't know, let's say a basic conveyor. It's still a lot faster than a basic conveyor and still pretty decent. So I still recommend you buying this item. So if you don't have any of the other event conveyors, unlike I do, and I just bought a ton on accident. But yeah, that's your conveyor. Now let's get on to some of the non items. So if you press Shift P, you'll go into free cam like this. I'm going to use this a lot. It's probably going to be shown around on the video when I go like 360s around the item. But pretty much over here we have the brand new New Year's countdown. It is pretty nice. And if you press Shift, it also, when you're in free cam, you can slow down your thing, or you can use your mouse wheel to change the field of view. So if you want to be zooming pretty close onto this thing, the ball, it will do so. So just right there, and then if I can zoom over there, let me turn up my graphics. It's gonna lag a lot. You see that other person's base and the behemoth snowflake right there. But that's not the main use of this cinematic thing. It's mostly used if you have, let's say, like a really tall hydraulic tower and you cannot get to the top of it since you don't have any boosters. This is good since you could still place items while in free cam. So I can spam these around. The only negative is you cannot select them once they're on your base. That is kind of annoying. I want Talon or Foxy to fix that because there's pretty much no point to it if you can't even select items. So yeah. Okay, another feature that was added was that you can now disable particles. So as here, my particles are enabled right now. If I place down, let's say, just the New Year's conveyor, if I can find it, right here, if I place down these 2020 conveyors, and then place down like an Angel's Blessing, you're going to see that when it places down an iron mine, the ores get all sparkly and nice, I guess. But for some people, this also causes a lot of lag. So this setting is here. So if you turn off particles, you can see here, there's no particles whatsoever when it's doing its stuff. So I've like chucked down a lot more of these conveyors. See, the particles do not show up. And then if I turn this back on, the particles do show up. So now let's get on to some more minor features. So the Holiday Street Refiner is finally fixed. So now it actually does something, except just give gifts like the Ore Tixicator. I can actually get the Ore Tixicator right now and compare it. So here's your Tixicator, here's your Holiday Street Refiner, and here is your furnace. And now if we place down an iron mine, as you can see here, this gives a... still does nothing, I guess, but let's see if something will happen once the gifts come out. Yep, they do. It's not that good, but it does like something at least. But now all the gifts are worth $0 for some reason. So if we go over here and do the same thing with the Ore Tixicator, you can see it gives out these ticks and they're worth double the price. So don't use this if you have Ore Tixicator because it's so much better. But Tixicator is also not that good. So don't use both of them. Berez's car keys, well, Berez's car, yeah, finally does not drive off when you place it down, so you can pop into it and just go around places very slowly until it accelerates up to 50 units of speed. And yeah. Other things are just minor bug fixes, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this update. There is not that much, but there's going to be a live event on New Year's Day, which is actually right now when I upload this. I totally forgot. The New Year's countdown will happen, and it'll be a big event with some items, I'm pretty sure, just from the looks of it. But other than that, that's pretty much the update. If there's anything new features that happen after New Year's, I'll make sure to showcase those, and yeah, see you everyone.